You got a proposal from the league, which was honestly a slap in the face. And I think we really have to put an emphasis on the players that are in our league right now. But I love to see the league growing. I think, adding these teams in Philly and Detroit, like, that's how amazing is that the league can grow. But how cool would it also be to have, like, a little bit expansion on the rosters? Like, let's focus on the teams that have everything set up right now, and maybe focus on the teams also that find excuses continuously to lack investment into their players.
WNBA players reject first CBA offer. 3 months ago, Kat Engelbert claimed to be optimistic about ongoing negotiations. I guess all that optimism has suddenly disappeared. Now, to be fair, this is not unusual. It's not unusual to see players reject the first offer they receive. But like I've told you guys before, this is going to be a tough negotiation for Kat.
Is the WNBA on the verge of blowing itself up? Players have just rejected a new collective bargaining agreement. Caitlin Clark continues to carry the league's momentum almost single-handedly, and expansion plans are starting to unravel, with instability growing on multiple fronts. Serious questions are now being raised about whether the 2026 season could be at risk. Let's break down what's driving this potential crisis and identify who's truly responsible.
At Engelbert, I'm sure she thought that everyone was going to be thrilled with the expansion of the WNBA. I'm sure she thought the cities of Cleveland, Philadelphia, Detroit would be throwing parades welcoming unknown dump divers to their city. I'm sure she thought WNBA players would be doing something that they have never done before. Not complaining. I'm sure the dump diva thought, the players have been demanding more money, so I've got the perfect solution. We'll open 3 new dumps, which will give players the opportunity to play more games. That way, they'll almost be above the poverty line. This idea is great!
Kathy Engelbert likely believed WNBA expansion would be celebrated, that cities like Cleveland, Philadelphia, and Detroit would roll out the red carpet, that players would stop complaining, and that more teams would magically solve the league's financial tension by adding games and modest pay bumps. Instead, the strategy backfired. The league rolled out expansion plans alongside its initial CBA proposal, and players felt dismissed rather than supported. Phoenix Mercury star Sada Sabali called the offer a slap in the face, reflecting a deeper frustration that goes beyond salary. Players want real investment in existing teams, better facilities, deeper rosters, and sustainable infrastructure before rapid growth. Many franchises still rely on hardship contracts, overcrowded benches, and limited resources. Yet, the league is adding 3 more teams, increasing travel, staffing, and costs. The danger is real. History shows how labor disputes can derail momentum, as MLB's 1994 strike did. Even with century of fan loyalty to fall back on, the WNBA doesn't have that cushion. Its current surge is largely powered by Caitlin Clark, whose presence drives ratings, ticket sales, merchandise, and media interest. That concentration of momentum makes the league fragile. If Clark is injured, leaves, or burns out, the entire house of cards could collapse. Players are justified in seeking a fair share of growing revenue, especially as attendance and media deals rise. But the financial reality remains harsh. The WNBA has never been profitable, generating roughly $60 million last year. Demands for million-dollar salaries across the board simply don't align with the league's current economics. Expansion, longer seasons, and higher pay all require a foundation that isn't fully built yet. Add the rise of overseas leagues and player-back alternatives like Unrivaled, offering better pay, conditions, and control, and the threat of a fractured future becomes real. If neither side compromises, the unthinkable could happen. A canceled 2026 season that wipes out the progress made during the league's most important growth moment. This isn't drama. It's a high-stakes standoff that could define the WNBA's future.